Alright, what's up everyone? June 13th, we're finally closing out second week of June. We're going to go into our trades. We're going to cover Thursday's trades and Friday's trades. For those of you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Maurice. I'm a beginner day trader, and I'm just tracking my journey to see, to show you guys actually how a day trader as a beginner thinks. And yeah, we're going to go right into our first trade. So on Thursday, June 12th, we had NEHC, yes. The stock popped up, and this is a penny stock. They came out with some news. As we can see here, you can read this headline. I didn't really think too much of it, but AI infrastructure strategy, AI infrastructure implementation is something that I'm starting to see common. So it may give some good news. Float was pretty low. It met all the criteria. There was news. It was just a penny stock. So I'm very careful with penny stocks because typically sometimes when they go up, they can instantly sell off quickly, and then sometimes volume will just end up dying, and then you're in like a really heavy position and the stock's not moving. So I took profits when I could. My first entry was actually on this pullback right here. So it popped up and it pulled back around 69, 68, 70 cents, and I kept adding more as it went up. And I eventually sold around this candle right here, this high of 88, 86, and it put me around $94 for the day. And then I continued the trade, so we're going to see here, this is my first entry. First P&L for the day, $94. I was like, okay. The next one, I waited a couple minutes, or a minute afterwards, to see if I can get another entry. So at 404, so we'll see right here at 404, it was just right around here. So I bought more on this pullback. After sell, I bought on this mini pullback, and it pops up again, and I sell for a quick $24. And that was it for Thursday. Thursday was really easy. First 3 minutes, profit on the day was about 117. Took it off the table. So we're going to see here as it kept going up, it did go up for about 10 more minutes, and it peaked around 7:14, 7:23 a.m. on the morning, and it kind of sold off. But I left more profit on the table. The thing with my trading strategy, I try to at least hold for more than 20 cents. With penny stocks, I'm a bit more flexible. I'm actually more careful with penny stocks. I've been screwed over with penny stocks in the past when you day trade them, and those things can just flush. It's just risk management. But lately, my trades have been within the 100s daily, and I'm going to leave that as my average for now and just slowly build up. Once I get more comfortable with holding with a longer time, then, I will. And once I have bigger size, I'll be able to buy on these pullbacks. As you can see here, there's a pullback here, and it pops up, another pullback, and as you can see that it's increasingly its support. So here, once I see this little pattern, it's increasing support, means that the support line is slowly increasing while the price is increasing. It's usually a bullish sign, and at some point it will eventually peak. You can see here it probably peaked around this high here, this doji candle, and it sold off. And it didn't really make any big moves after that. So that was it for Thursday. Thursday we're up over 117. So today was a little bit different. Today I broke even. P&L 11 cents. Like, what is that? So I traded TMDE. TMDE. This just barely met the stock criteria. The flow is 21 million. This was first thing in the morning. I saw it popping up pretty quickly. It had some volume. As we can take a look at the news. So the news this morning, it comes out 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There actually wasn't any news, so it wasn't an A quality setup. I would say it'd be more of a B quality setup. That's how I keep track of what quality setups are they. Is it A quality, meaning 5 criteria? Is it a B? I would say it'd actually be like more of a C quality setup. It didn't really have the news on the hour, and the float's just a little over 21. So my first trade for TMDE, we're going to go here. TMDE got in at 4:10 a.m. with an average of 160, so it did go up. I did see this. I was looking for this break and I couldn't catch it. What I tried to catch was this move right here. So I added around 160. I was hoping for somewhere around here. This is where I added, and I dropped and popped up again. I was holding this one for a long time. As you can see, I didn't really start to exit till a little bit longer, and as you can tell from my last week's episode on Saturday, where the longer I hold, I'm going to lose more money. It's high risk of me losing more money, not really a good chance of me winning money. So I held for longer, and what I was trying to look for was a bullish flag breakout. So the bullish flag breakout typically looks like this. So this is the flag. This is the pattern I'm looking for when I'm looking for a sort of breakout. It's a sloppy line, I don't care. What I'm looking for is a breakout. So as the resistance starts to decrease, so you can see on this candle, it slowly decreased and it popped up here. I sold right here right before it dropped, and I saved myself a lot more money. So I could have lost way more. But I was looking for a break at this level, at least at this high or maybe this high. And support was slowly increasing right here. As you can see, it was starting to slowly go up. I really thought we would see 180. I was looking for 180 because my average was actually 162. Close to 163. I was hoping for 20 cents at least towards that area, and maybe just it would sell off from there, but it didn't break. So I was holding within good reason. I was only down like 10 cents. I don't even think it was down 10 cents. I actually was in this trade with like 500 shares in my position. It was 500 share position where I was in, and it wasn't 10 cents. It was a lot less. So I sold out just right on time. $18 loss. Okay, fine. We'll get over it. $18. Now it's nothing, which is really weird to say. Then I got my licks back on AIHS. So AIHS, we're gonna see here. Now this stock was pretty cheap, I believe, on the hour. So we're gonna go scroll over. It's a little slow. So I traded within this area right here. This is a Chinese stock, so I was being careful. I had to sell out quickly. As soon as I saw that I was already break even on the day, I sold out. This was just out of fear and just out of risk management. This is Chinese stock. Way to know it's a Chinese stock. Tomorrow's episode, I'm going to go over Day Trade Dash and how to use it. CN means Chinese. So Chinese, so I was like, all right, let's be careful. But sometimes they can make some really extravagant moves, and it's crazy what they can do. Okay, so AIHS, I also pulled in 500 shares. I bought it around 112, 115, 110, and then I sold a little bit higher at 116, 114. So it was a small pop right here. Let's see where, yep, right here. So I got in here and I sold somewhere around here. I didn't want to take my chance. Honestly, I could have held for a little bit longer, but it just was really suspicious. Chinese stocks are known to be suspicious. Like, it's not really a good thing, and they're known for dropping a lot lower than US stocks. Like, look at this decline in this singular candle. You're telling me the high was 152 and you would get stopped out at 50 cents of a low candle. That's the low was 102, high was 152. That's 50 cents a share. You're gonna lose money, a crap ton of money. So that's why you gotta be careful. And look, if you think it's gonna recover at all, well, you're sorely mistaken. Like, look at this shit. Like, 40 cents. Imagine you're in this 1,000 full shares. All right, it's gonna break. It's gonna break. You look at this. Boom. You get stopped out. 50-cent loss. 500 shares. $500. That's $500 gone if you're in a $1,000 position, or 1,000 share position. It's not good. So you gotta be careful with these penny stocks, especially Chinese stocks. So I managed my risk, and we pulled it through. We broke even on the day. 11 cents is not really anything crazy. So we take a look at the calendar. Where do we stand on the week? So since we didn't record yesterday and we're recording today, look at the P&L for the week. We're at 277. So this is more than my target goal. Target goal was 250 a week, primarily because 250 times 4 is 1,000. Ideally, I would want 1,000 a month and hopefully go from there. So on the month, we're at $572.45. So really good. I really wish Monday I didn't fuck up, but I did. And it costed me, I would have been over 600. It would have been even better week, but fine. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Can't get mad. That being said, going into Monday, gotta be careful. Gotta start out strong. I did recover a little bit here, and this pulled me back through. So this is one trade. Hey, let's hope this is the only trade that's red, and we keep going and we meet our goals for next week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this insight today, and look forward to tomorrow's episode, or Sunday, whichever comes first, on how to use the Day Trade Dash for warrior trading. I'm going to go over just how to use it, how to read it, what is what. That way, if you guys are interested, you guys can go over to Russ's channel. I always link it in my description. So that way you guys can look at his channel, look at his, I'll also link the website, so that way you guys can look and see if this is something that you guys might want to use. Honestly, it's the best tool. It's what's been making me money. It's worth it. Worth every dollar, worth every cent. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you tomorrow or Sunday. Peace.